only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Seahawks at 9-2 to start play. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Strike! Check! Strike!
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Ready.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And Walker has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turning it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play fake. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Hopkins, a man in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here we go. Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Complete to Likely. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Drill 52. Get. Ready.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Black Ultra. Red Cypress.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On play action, it's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Murray now on first down. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be out right at the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Here's Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's got room. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Murray now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one too low.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
play action. Now it's Murray. He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Check pass.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now Murray's got to have this one. Got a man. It's McBride complete. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Murray. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Murray off play action. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.